So Sora 2 is absolutely changing the game when it comes to AI video, but if you want to create great videos on the platform, you need to know how to write a great prompt. I've spent a ton of time researching how the top creators on Sora are writing prompts. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to create the best Sora 2 prompts possible, ranging from simple prompts all the way to advanced multi-step prompts where we plan out every single second of the shot. We'll also be covering how to add sound effects, voiceovers, and more, all in one structured prompt. But the one issue is that Sora 2 prompts can be so advanced that they take a long time to make. And who has time to be writing prompts for every single video? That's why if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll be giving you access to my custom GPT that I've trained on the best Sora 2 prompting practices with a ton of data so that you can quickly and easily create the best Sora 2 prompts possible by chatting with ChatGPT. So stick around to the end of the video and check that out. It's actually impossible to just skip right to that. You have to watch the video as well as like it if you want to. So let's jump right into things. So let's talk about Sora prompting best practices. If we want to create a good prompt, how does Sora prompting even work? Prompting can be complex and overwhelming, but don't worry, I'm here to break it down for you. Sora prompting uses natural language. The types of prompts Sora 2 can accept vary, and Sora 2 is an incredibly flexible platform. However, there's one simple formula that all good prompts follow on Sora. This formula goes as follows: scene intent plus shot composition plus lighting and tone. These three things together make a great Sora prompt. Let's check out what scene intent is. Scene intent is describing the overall theme or world that you're looking to create. Usually in 1 to 3 sentences, think of this as briefing your cinematographer. What is the viewer looking to feel? What are you looking to create? An example of our scene intent could be something such as a high quality 2D anime film style, cinematic realism, a samurai woman with long white hair walks slowly along a coastal path beside the ocean. We get some detail about her armor as well as some other details about the scene. The next part of the formula is shot composition. What is happening in our shot? Who are our characters and what is the action? If we described a woman walking alongside a path in our scene intent, what do we want to happen in the video besides that? Sora accepts both timestamp as well as cut-based prompt control, meaning that you can break a prompt into different cuts or timestamps, which we'll show later in the video, so that you can have an incredible amount of control over your Sora 2 prompts. Here's an example you'll see here where we are able to break out, hey, the woman walks along the path, the camera follows smoothly behind her, we transition to looking at the fence, her hand touches it, and then we show a medium shot of her face where she looks out against the horizon and then quietly whispers, hey, I'll return someday. If you'll notice here, we can use these timestamps within the shot composition to direct how and when these shots happen. We'll get more into that later. The last is lighting and tone. We want to end with a single paragraph that defines the scene's overall look and feel. Lighting, atmosphere, more, and emotional tone. This is what ties everything together, and it's actually incredibly important that we do this in every single prompt. So this is usually saying something like golden late afternoon sunset with soft shadows, dynamic ocean reflections, details about the scene that don't necessarily belong at the top of your prompt, however fit really well at the end in order to tie everything together. Sora as a whole right now as a video generation platform is the best platform at understanding and reacting to your prompts, so it's super important as a creator that you understand how to use it correctly to make the best videos possible. Now, all of this theory is good to know, but it's all useless unless we put it into motion. So if you're like me and you learn from being hands-on, let's build a few prompts together step by step so you can see how this works. Feel free to follow along as we build these things together. I'll put all the prompts we use in the description below to go into Sora and try it out for yourself. So let's start with prompt style 1, where we're going to start easy here with simple instructions. So for our first video, we are just going to be using text to video, and we're going to be giving simple instructions about our scene intent as well as our lighting and tone. So we're going to go into Sora here. So for our scene intent, I am going to use just a simple, hey, high quality 2D anime film style. And then we're going to do our lighting is warm and cinematic with a late afternoon sunlight glinting off the ocean surface with the sound of distant waves and wind competes with the tranquil environment. And we're going to put all this into our prompt. This is what it looks like here in Sora, and I'm going to hit generate. Now I'm going to pause so we can listen to this with sound, and then we'll talk over the recording with it muted.
So as we see here, this pretty much did exactly what we looked for. It gave us an anime style image of the woman walking down the path. We didn't ask for any specific cuts. We asked for just the woman walking down the path with the sound of the distant waves in the background. It did that pretty much exactly and really caught the cinematography of the scene we were looking to create. You could use this if you were creating an anime as a shot before another shot. It's not incredibly advanced. We don't need a super complex prompt to create something like this. Now let's move on to prompt style number 2, our medium difficulty. Let's kick things up a notch and start to see how Sora can handle more complex instructions. We know that Sora can handle a simple shot like we just created. However, if we want to create a complex shot, we have 10 seconds in each Sora generation. If you're on the free plan, you've got 12 seconds if you're on a pro plan. Let's use every single one of those seconds to do this correctly. So let's introduce the concept of cuts, still giving Sora some freedom as to the timing of each cut, but giving more direction as to what we are looking for. The next thing we're going to do is introduce our shot composition part of the prompt. Now, our shot composition part is going to go in and it's going to show exactly what we're looking for. In cut 1, we want to watch her walk slowly down the fence. In cut 2, we want to see the camera tilt downward towards the rocks below. And then in cut 3, we want to see her eyes reflecting and we want her to say, "It's been so long." So how you introduce voice effects as well as sound effects is that you put them where they need to go in the prompt. So if I want her to say something such as, "It's been so long," I'm going to put that in cut 3 of this prompt. So she says this towards the end. If I wanted her to say this in cut 1, I would put it in cut 1. It would be more towards the beginning. Now I ask here for a ship horn, and this ship horn I am putting in cut 2, but I'm also referencing this again in the lighting and tone. My GPT, I let you know that I'll show you at the end, knows how to do all of this automatically. Just know that specific dialogue needs to be mentioned within the cut. More tonal sounds or background sounds can be mentioned in the lighting and tone section. So let's put all of this into Sora here and see what it comes up with. So I'm just going to take the prompt, I'm going to copy and paste it here into Sora exactly, and I'm going to hit create video. Okay, let's check out the video that Sora created from our prompt. Remember, we had our woman walking, we wanted to see the ocean, and then we wanted to see a close-up of her face, and she wanted to say, "It's been so long." Bonus points if she says this with a dramatic anime flair.
It's been so long.
So that's pretty much exactly what we asked for, right, everyone? First, she's walking down the path, then we see our waves, and then we get a close-up of her where she says what we're asking for. This is a simple scene, guys, with simple interactions, but just know that this is how you would create for text-to-video, complex fight scenes, crazy shots you'll see on the homepage. This is a formula that allows you to do that. I do a lot of anime on this channel, but you could use this for literally anything. You could have Jake Paul punching people if you wanted to using this style. This works for any type of composition and works with my GPT, which you can use and I'll tell you about at the end of the video. We've done 2 text to video examples, and some would say text to video is the easy way to do things. So let's go in and let's test out the hard style. So for prompt number 3, what we're introducing here is we want to use image to video with adjusted language and cuts. Now, image to video has some advantages as well as some disadvantages when we think about prompting on Sora. The first is that image to video is going to allow you to take images that you create in an external platform, maybe something like a Mid-Journey here where we've created an image of our samurai woman here walking down the path. And so this allows us to take images that maybe we create in Mid-Journey. Maybe I go into Nano Banana and we're creating a whole different world here from this image. Drop a comment on the video below if you'd like to see a guide on how to do that. For prompt 3, what we're going to do is that we're using image to video, but there's a couple different things here. We're adjusting how we're asking for some of these things from the initial frame. So instead of saying the woman's walking, we're saying the woman gently shifts her weight, then begins walking a few slow steps towards the fence down the path. We have our multi-shot composition with timestamps so it knows exactly how long we want for each one. And then finally, we have our lighting and tone. So let's go in and see how this one did. We'll go in and take our whole prompt here. We'll go into Sora and we'll paste this one and I will hit create video.
It's been so long.
So this is really the power of Sora, guys. You can't prompt like this in any other platform. This is why Sora is so cool and why everyone's so freaking excited about it. I'm so excited about AI videos, everyone. If we see here the output of the video, we have her walking down the path like we asked for, our exact image. We had complete control over this entire prompt. We then see, we get a shot of our ocean, and then we see here, and then she says our dialogue exactly. We also have that ship horn in the background. This is incredibly cool. This is what you would say complete control. We're using every single part of our 10 seconds. All of these prompts will be linked in the description below so you can try these things out for yourself. Just understand that your imagination is the only limit here. It's only going to get better in time. Sora 3, Sora 4, we're in a wild time, everyone. Now, hopefully you have a better understanding of how to prompt Sora for the best results possible. However, there's one problem. You know, as you can see, Sora understands those large, complex prompts, but these prompts take a long time to write. You can have GPT do it for you, but you would need to let it know what you're asking for each time. That takes time. This is why I've created my own custom GPT, which I will link in the description below, that you can use to create your own prompts. It's 100% free, and it will create prompts that utilize all of the best practices that we went through the video here today easily and quickly. You can go into this GPT and you can ask for any different type of prompt. This GPT is trained on the best practices possible. You can see here, it gave us exactly what we were looking for in the same different style of prompts that we created in this video, all in 1 second, completely unscripted. I just did this right now. I will constantly be updating and refining this GPT. I'll probably put Kling into this thing next. I'll probably put Midjourney in here as well at some point. Just want to provide the best stuff for you all. So go ahead and check this out. It's in the description. And thank you so much for watching to this point so that you can get this. I know you didn't just skip to this point, right? That wouldn't even work, right? You can't even do that. I think YouTube blocks you. If you did do that, like the video. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. I'd love that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my content or find value in this video, please drop a like on the video. That helps it get out to more people. And drop me a sub if you enjoy my content. I'm trying to get to 500 subs by the end of the year. That would make me so happy if we could do that. But honestly, it just makes me happy making these videos for you all, interacting with you all. I hope you all see some value in this. Anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.